Kids in quarantine. That's the scenario in 5 states where coronavirus outbreaks in several schools force children out of the classroom. Bianca Golodriga takes a look at how school districts across the country will decide whether or not to reopen.
Students at North Paulding High School will be finishing this week fully online. The Georgia school, made famous after this photo went viral, has announced plans for a hybrid model of instruction beginning next week. At least 35 confirmed cases of COVID-19 have been reported at the school since it reopened last week. With classes set to begin imminently in districts across the country, school board meetings have become increasingly contentious, like outside of this one in the Phoenix suburb of Queen Creek.
Only women say and don't get paid at all.
It ended in a 4-to-1 decision to fully resume in-person instruction August 17th. This despite cases soaring above 135,000 total for both surrounding counties of Maricopa and Pinal. The state's overall positivity rate, while trending down, is still above 12%. Even in New Jersey, where the positivity rate is below 1.5%, the decision to open schools to in-person learning is far from unanimous. After 402 teachers notified the District of Elizabeth that they could not return to school due to health-related risks, the superintendent issued a statement saying there would be insufficient staff to safely open. Ultimately, Governor Phil Murphy signed an executive order Wednesday that, while greenlighting the resumption of all in-person instruction, also allows for districts that cannot meet health and safety guidelines to proceed with all virtual learning.
We recognize that for some districts, there are legitimate and documentable reasons why some of these core health and safety standards cannot be met on day one.
It comes on the same day that President Trump reiterated his push for reopening schools, continuing to downplay the risks COVID-19 poses to children.
Children often have only mild symptoms, and medical complications are incredibly rare.
To reinforce his views, the president brought in a new health policy advisor, Scott Atlas. A critic of school shutdowns, Atlas has already found himself at odds with public health experts, including Dr. Fauci. Trump, along with Vice President Pence and Education Secretary Betsy DeVos, led an education event in Washington focused on reopening schools. DeVos has faced criticism over a lack of a national plan for schools.
We have got to ensure that families and parents have options that are going to work for their child and for their children's education.